Hey, what's up YouTube land? This is Brendan here, and in this video, I want to catch you up to speed on what's been going on the last few months, including how I almost died in Italy, what I think of Mexicans, and the product that I have upcoming in the future that I'm going to be launching that I'm really excited about. If you stay till the end of this video, I'm also going to let you have a chance to win $50 in cold, hard cash. So I hope you enjoy the video. So let's start with how I almost died in Naples, Italy. And that's right, I'm actually just grateful to be able to publish this video. Well, Naples is really well known for its pizza. It's actually where it was invented. And because pizza is one of my favorite foods, I brought a couple slices back to my apartment. Now, later that night when I went for one of my leftover slices, I heard this really loud banging against my window and saw this guy throwing rocks at my building. And I didn't really understand why he was doing it. But then I kind of realized that I didn't have any pants on. So I kind of thought maybe he was offended by the lack of pants. And then he started making this gesture like he was going to come over and beat me up. Now, if you know about Naples, Italy, it's a very beautiful city, but it's also pretty darn dangerous. So he actually brought a couple of his friends and he was banging on the door trying to get into my apartment building, banging against the windows with crowbars. And I had these bars in place to protect my windows because this neighborhood was legitimately a bit sketchy. Now, the only thing I could think of to do was phone my landlord. So I phoned my landlord and I let him know, like, hey, I'm worried for my life here. And I basically explained what happened. And what the landlord told me was that because I wasn't wearing any pants, I basically deserved whatever outcome was gonna happen to me. Now, this was particularly strange because the most popular statue in Italy is called the David. And the David is literally a statue of a guy with his penis out. So I really did not understand. If you actually go, I went all over Europe for about a month there. I was all through Italy, and a lot of their statues was just naked dudes hanging out. So why this guy got so offended, I will never know. But I basically just waited it out. I waited for 6 or 7 hours. And then as soon as I was hoping and thought that the coast was clear, I jetted on my way and moved elsewhere in Italy. I went to Venice, and then I went to Rome, and I also went to Bologna and Florence. Of all those places, I would probably say that Florence was my favorite. This is a building called the Duomo, and the pictures for this building doesn't actually do it justice, but when you're in front of it, you can see how massive it is in comparison to the rest of Florence. It is absolutely huge and crazy spectacular. It's one of the coolest buildings that I've ever seen. After my trip to Italy, I met up with a couple of my hometown friends in Mexico. We had lots of laughs, lots of beers, and lots of beaches. Now, if you look at these pictures, take a look at how massive my hair is. Now, I actually liked the longer hair for a little bit, but then it kind of got a little bit out of control here. So what I ended up doing is I got a haircut after my friends left, and I met up with this other girl named Sarah, which, no coincidence, get a haircut, and then you can find a cute Mexican girlfriend. We had a blast, me and Sarah, together. Actually, she introduced me to her local Mexican friends, and I spent a night in their home in it was this guy's house right here, for the Super Bowl. So I got to see Tom Brady take over, make the huge comeback in Mexico, drinking tequila with local Mexicans. This was definitely one of my favorite traveling nights in my entire life. But what I found particularly funny is how well they took getting deported. So Sarah, who I was hanging out with, she lived in France for 3 years. They ended up deporting her back to Mexico. When she talked about it, the whole room just filled with laughter. They thought it was hilarious. Now, what I don't understand and think is absurd is that no matter where Mexicans go in the world, they're always getting kicked out and nobody wants them, even though they're probably the most friendly and best people that you'll ever meet in your life. Yeah, and I'm sure that there's probably some kind of political reasoning behind it, but I just don't get it, really. After I left Mexico, I headed to Nicaragua and then Peru. One of the cool highlights that I have from Nicaragua was going volcano boarding, which is a lot of fun. And when I went to Peru, I actually went to an ayahuasca retreat. That kind of stuff I'll talk about in detail maybe some other time. If you have any questions about any of my travels or any of the marketing projects that I have going on right now, feel free to leave me a comment or a question below this video. As for now, I'm going to wrap this video up and get to the $50 cash contest. Alright, so I hope that you enjoyed the video, guys. If you want to enter this $50 cash contest, all you need to do is click on the top link in the video description. You're going to be taken to this page where you're going to enter your email address. I'm going to randomly select one of these email addresses and send over $50 in PayPal cash to your account. I'm going to reveal the winner in the next YouTube video, which I should be publishing very, very soon here, okay? So as always, thank you for watching my videos, and I will see you guys in the next one.